Hello and welcome to another meditation in the book of Psalms. Now today we're going to read Psalm 11, a very powerful and wise psalm for times such as this. Now let's look at Psalm 11 in the New Living Translation. It says, I trust in the Lord for protection. So why do you say to me, fly to the mountains for safety? The wicked are stringing their bows and setting their arrows in the bowstrings. They shoot from the shadows at those who do right. The foundations of law and order have collapsed. What can the righteous do? And when we look here, this is very much it sounds like a conversation that I've had with many people. They're like, oh my Lord, Pastor, what are we going to do? What if they overthrow the government? What if these crazy people burn everything down? I've heard other people say, well, they're going to come for the Christians next. If we let some people get in government, they're going to take away our 401c3 POs and all that stuff. Well, I can tell you right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trust in the Lord. He is my refuge. And that's exactly what the English Standard Version, how it translates it. In the Lord I put my trust. He is my refuge. Why do you say to my soul? Notice it says, say to my soul in a more literal translation. Why do you say to my mind, my will, and my emotions? Flee, run in fear. Everything's falling apart. And then it says in verse 3, when the foundations begin to crumble, what should the righteous do? Well, we see that in verse 4. It says, but the Lord is in his holy temple. But everything seems to be falling apart, but we need to remember the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord still rules from heaven. I like to say God is large and in charge. Don't be afraid. He watches everything closely. God ain't a fool. He knows what's going on. And he examines everyone on earth. The Lord examines both the righteous and the wicked. He hates everyone who loves violence. He rains down blazing coals on the wicked, punishing them with burning sulfur and scorching winds. For the Lord is righteous and he loves justice. Those who do right will see his face. Now, when we read that verse that said, everything's falling apart, what are the righteous supposed to do? We have to remember the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord still rules. The Lord reigns. And that's what we have to remember. We don't just say, que sera, whatever will be. That's not true. We look to God. We don't look around. We look up. We look to God. And remember when it says we're supposed to know that God is in his holy temple, there's one reason why you go to a temple, and that's to worship. So the first response of the righteous, for the good man, for the godly woman, is to begin to worship. When everybody starts yelling and screaming and saying, oh no, what's going to happen? We lift our hands and we say, great is the Lord and greatly to be praised. Mighty is the Lord God. He is our King. He is our refuge. He is our strength. The Lord reigns. We give him worship. That's our first response. And our second response is a statement of faith. God's got this. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be dismayed. Like God calls Joshua over and over again in Joshua chapter 1. Do not be afraid. Do not be dismayed. Be of good courage. Trust in the Lord. And that's what we're going to do. That is what the people of God do. We say, it doesn't matter what happens in this world. There's a greater kingdom behind the kingdoms of this world. And very soon the kingdoms of this world will become the kingdoms of our God and of his Christ. And he shall reign forever and ever. And until we see the fullness of his reign, we are going to stand and bring his reign through worship, through faith, through love, through hope, through peace, through joy. We are going to love our enemies. We are going to lay down our lives for the brethren. We are going to bring words of encouragement, words of healing. We are going to stand in faith, not in fear. Brothers and sisters, I pray today as you walk with the Lord that you remember to let God be your refuge. To remember that the Lord is in his holy temple and the Lord reigns and the Lord is at work. I hope you have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you again as we discuss Psalm 12. God bless you.